The sun is beautiful and the temperature is beautiful today here in East Tennessee. And you can see down behind me, I've been down at my greenhouse doing a little bit of work. My husband brought me home those, you can't really tell from here, I don't think. Maybe I can zoom in and let you see. Well, I don't guess I can. Maybe right there. You can see the buckets that are over there. And those are big livestock feed buckets, 200-pound buckets. They probably hold 25 or 30 gallons each. And I plan to use those for raised beds for some things. Now my garden is across on the other side of those trees that you can see back behind there. There's a pond beyond the greenhouse, and up the hill and past the trees is where my garden will be. And so we're prepping and trying to get everything done and ready to set stuff in the garden. We got to make sure that we don't get any more snow or frost or really low temperatures again. Of course, I can keep some things down at the greenhouse even if it gets a little bit cool at night. I can keep them warm in there. And then, of course, some things I can plant. I've already got strawberries growing down there, and my basil from last year is coming back in real good already. So I'm going to have several herbs down there this year, and just making a list of everything that I want to put down there and what I want to put across in the garden over across on the other side of those trees. So anyway, I hope that you all are preparing for some kind of garden, even if you have to have a patio garden where you grow just the small stuff. I think I'm going to try to grow some potatoes in those big buckets down there this year. Let's see how that does. I'll probably tomorrow or the next day, if it doesn't rain, then I'm going to put some potatoes down there. I don't know if you can see it from here, I have a couple of kiddie pools down there. One of the kiddie pools has my strawberries in it, and they've done real good in it so far, as long as I can keep the squirrels out of them. I think the squirrels killed one or two of the plants because they got in there digging. I'm not sure what they were digging for, but anyway, they're doing real good in the kiddie pools. And then there's all kinds of flower pots and different things on the outside of the greenhouse where I've got where I'll have different herbs and spices and some things like that growing. So anyway, I'm excited about getting into the garden again and see what I can grow this year. The sky, if you see the sky above me, looks so beautiful today. I see straight up above me, I see a plane going across, but it's comtrails, it's not chemtrails. You can tell a difference. So anyway, I'm glad that today I don't see any anyway. I've looked around, and I plan to put me some poles down there around those buckets that I'm going to be growing in, and put shade cloth above it. And hopefully, if we do have something sprayed from overhead, then I'll be able to prevent some of it from getting on my plants. I know that the shade cloths, they still have holes in them, but hopefully that would prevent something. And of course, it will prevent the sun from burning everything up. And I see somebody ask, do I have a dog? I don't have a dog, but my daughter next door has Miss Sadie. And Miss Sadie loves me. She protects me. She gets out and works in the garden with me. And if I'm out walking around on the property, she wants to go with me. If she was outside, she'd be over here in my lap right now, probably too. the garden is way across the pond over there, past those trees. And it goes from across from the truck all the way down. You can't see the end of it past the house, but it goes way down the road from over there. And I see Shannon Bentley and Leo Meller says, do I have a dog? And yes, I do, but Sadie's in the house with her mommy owner right now. My daughter has Sadie, and my daughter is she likes the dogs, and my son and my granddaughter like the kitty cats, so we've got them all. I hope you all are enjoying your day wherever you are. And one thing I wanted to go live today about, over the next few days, I'm going to be extremely busy. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet my local co-op truck. Excuse me. I've got 2 bushels of apples coming from my co-op. I think I've got a bushel of onions coming too. Of course, I keep them coming several times a year because we use a lot of them with my canning and just eating. And I've also got, coming on that truck tomorrow, I've got kiwi coming. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'll be going to pick up from a different co-op. And with that one, I'll be picking up strawberries. So at some point over the next day or 2 or 3, whenever I get the opportunity to do everything, I've got a lot to do over the next few days. I'm going to do some strawberry kiwi jam. Now this one is new for me, but I found a recipe that sounded really good. And so I'm going to do that. And so then also I'm going to be doing some taco soup. I've got the stuff to do that. I've just been really, really busy. And so I'll be doing that pretty soon. Friday, I'll be cooking. I've got a nonprofit organization that our church works with. And so I will be doing that on Friday. And while I'm doing that, yeah, taco soup, don't think too funny. Taco soup is some good stuff. You can do a lot with taco soup. But while I'm cooking on Friday, actually I may do part of it on Thursday, I'm going to make them a strawberry cobbler, but I'm also going to do a Depression era bread pudding. Haven't decided which flavor that I'm going to do yet, but somebody's asking, did I vote for Trump? You bet your bottom dollar I voted for Trump. You bet your bottom dollar I did. And you need the recipe for the taco soup? Hello, Victoria. I'm hoping to go live a few times, maybe once a week. So if that's something that you all will enjoy, let me know. But I just want y'all to see the things that I'll be doing through the summer months. I will be canning several times a week. I know I'm going to be doing some pickled cabbage. As soon as I get cabbage, I'll be doing that because we love pickled cabbage better than pickled cucumbers. We use it to put on sandwiches. It was funny. Excuse me, I'm having allergy problems. I was at the dentist, and my dentist walked in the room and he says, just the person I want to talk to. And I thought, oh goodness, what's he up to now? And he said, he rides a Harley, and he was out riding in the mountains here in East Tennessee. And he went in a little country store to get a bologna sandwich. And the woman in the store asked him if he wanted a slice of pickled cabbage on his sandwich. And he said, well, I don't know. I've never had any. So she said, well, do you like pickled cucumbers? And he said, well, as a general rule, yes. And she said, well, you need to try this. So pickled cabbage does not get flimsy and soft like cucumbers will sometimes. And no, I'm not afraid of being trolled. I've been on social media for several years. I've only been here. I actually started this channel about 2 years ago, but I didn't get to do anything with it because my husband was really sick. And so I only got to start doing things with it at the first of this year I started. And so I hope to be on here every day or every other day from now on. But anyway, so he got the sandwich with the pickled cabbage, and he said that was the best bologna sandwich that I've ever tasted. And he asked me, do you know how to do it? I said, well, I've never pickled any cabbage. I've made sauerkraut and stuff like that. I've added cabbage to some of my canning. But anyway, so I came home and canned some cabbage, some pickled cabbage. And my husband absolutely loves it. And I took my dentist a jar of it, and he sent me a message and said, send me your recipe. So I guess he's canning pickled cabbage too, but that's something that I will be doing hopefully pretty soon. And I know I'm going to be doing some green beans this year. I'm going to be doing some peaches, and I do what I call a peach sauce. Now the peach sauce it's not thick like you would do a jam. It's a more runny than that, but peach sauce is delicious on homemade ice cream in the summer. It's delicious on pancakes. And Deb and I do too. There's nothing like country cooking. So anyways, there's just a whole lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing as far as canning this year. And then I've got some Depression era cookbooks. I mentioned that in a previous video, that I've got some Depression era cookbooks, and I'm going to be sharing some of the recipes from those cookbooks that I like. One of them, that's why I was saying that I'm not sure which bread pudding recipe that I'm going to do this week. I have one for a caramel bread pudding. I have one that's a brandy flavored bread pudding, and then I also have chocolate bread pudding. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. And yes, Devin, I can do chicken and dumplings from scratch. This is an old woman you're talking to. The home canned chicken that if you've seen my recipe, the recipe or the video to do home canned chicken, and you can make homemade chicken and dumplings in just a few minutes using that home canned chicken. And homemade chicken noodle soup. See, I grew up in the country, and I don't know if any of you all followed me whenever I had a Facebook page. I was on Facebook for a few years and had a big following there until they started censoring me. But anyway, I published a cookbook then and put a lot of my recipes in that cookbook. And I am looking at republishing that cookbook, and I'm not sure yet if I'm going to republish it. I actually had it published through Amazon, and they messed it all up. So I canceled the publication there. I actually did the cookbook, and it's a canning cookbook, and it has the canning recipes, and then it has recipes using the canned stuff to make other things. And I did that, and then I also did a budget book. I've been teaching budgeting for many years, and to teach people how to get out of debt and how to increase their credit scores and just lots of things. And I had done a book probably, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. I looked for something to use and could not find what I wanted, so I did my own. Anyway, Amazon destroyed both of them. They were horrible. And so I canceled them both, and I'm going to probably go back to my original publisher to have those done. And I'm not sure if I'm going to publish the Canon book as it was when I did it before and then do a volume 2, or if I'm going to add to it and make it one big volume. Whatever the case, I am planning to do that pretty soon, at least the Canon book. The budget book I may wait a while on. And but anyways, you know, if there's recipes that you want me, you want me to try to do videos to show you how to do something, I'm happy to do that. As long as it's something I know how to do. I mean, it's probably something I cook for my family anyway. So anyway, it's about time for me to put my dinner on the table for my husband, and so I'm going to get off of here, but I appreciate y'all joining me live today, and hopefully I'll be able to do this again over the next few days, but be watching, because I know there's going to be several videos coming up over the next few days of both cooking and canning. Thank you for stopping by, Victoria and Devin, and see who else is up here. Ricky and Funny, Bobby, Allie, Leo, Shannon, Ahmet. Is that Gorgui? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, I appreciate you all stopping by, and stop back in later. Y'all have a good day, and God bless you.